I don't want to call them grails, but here are 10 figures that are difficult to find, at least in my area, but not impossible to get at a reasonable price that I would love to add to my collection. So started off the animated series Doc Ock from the VHS 2-packs. I would love an animated series Doc Ock. When I started collecting, that 2-pack was in the 100 range, and I was focusing on X-Men, so I didn't really want to push into something that expensive, especially when it came with an Aunt May, which I don't hate the idea of an Aunt May, but when I'm just starting to collect, that's not what I want to seek out. That's like a end off the collection piece, which I might regret later because it might be very hard to find an Aunt May because they might not ever do another one. So, but yeah. Anyway, so Doc Ock is on there. These aren't going to be any specific order. It's just 10 figures that I am going to probably need to find out in the wild, like loose or from people's collection. But yeah, so the next one is the Retro Scarlet Witch. And I could have got this at retail and I just passed off. I was like, I got the 2015 one that I randomly impulse bought way before I started collecting Marvel Legends. It'll do. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to update it. And I'm just like, I look at it and it's not even a bad figure. But I'm just like, I would prefer the other one. And you know what? Then I could put her in Brotherhood and Avengers. So I have a reason for two, right? We always make excuses. All right, so another one would be Spiral. So again, I could have bought her, I think for 30 Canadian, and I was at that time I only had the X-Men 97, and I found I think the Emma from the Chode Wave for like 22 or something. It was a really good deal, and I like Emma. That figure isn't the greatest, but I like Emma. So, and yeah, I was like, do I start off with a Spiral? How deep am I going to go down this? I kind of just want to build the X-Men. Well, obviously I'm not just building the X-Men. So there's some regret there. So that's why I would like to find a Spiral for a decent price. Something. I think the cheapest I've seen her so far is 65, and that's like almost double retail. So I'm like, why? No, probably not. I'm sorry, I'm cheap. When it comes to action figures, I like MSRP. I'll pay like $5 more if I really like the character, $10 more, but I'm usually like I'll wait for a reissue or re-release or go without most of the time. I'm stubborn, very stubborn. All right, so number 6 is Pyro. Uh, I seen the 2-pack and kind of regretted not buying it, but at the same time, I don't really like that rogue. I don't care for the face put on it, and I don't like that. I like that version. Like I like that costume. I like the hoodie costume. I like that version of it. I don't know what page they took it from, but I don't know something about that rogue. I don't care for it. But I need Pyro for the Brotherhood. I passed on buying the 2-pack because I was like, I really don't need that rogue. I'm like, maybe I'll find it loose. I haven't had because obviously everybody bought that too. I've seen the rogue loose multiple times, multiple places, but people bought that 2-pack for Pyro. Let's be honest. All right, so let's stick with X-Men and Sauron. Sauron would be number 5. I wasn't collecting for the Build-A-Figure. I was really hoping to try to get that 3-pack. That obviously didn't pan out because it sold like crazy. And yeah, I've almost pulled the trigger a couple times on some that people had, but it's a lot. Like 80, I'm not saying it's not worth 80 because I feel like it is probably worth 80. But then once you add shipping into it, it kind of like they're not close by and you can't just go pick it up. And it's like, do I want to pay 100 plus for this? Maybe not. All right, so next one up, Boom Boom of all figures. I don't even think it's expensive, and I've seen it. It's funny though because I think a lot of people are looking for it because every time I see someone post one, it gets sold like right away. Like people post a lot, and like she'll be there for like 20. I've seen her for 15, 25, super reasonable prices. And it's like it's gone like right away. Right away, it's like they'll post it. I'll be like, oh, this was posted 2 hours ago, and I'll look, and it'll be like she's like sold. Nothing else is sold, or a couple other things are sold, but it's always her, and I'm just like, wow. But yeah, boom boom. I think she's gonna be a harder one for me to find because, like I said, I think people are looking for her. I think and that her price might creep up a little bit because of that. All right, so next up is Jim Lee Colossus. I think I'm probably gonna have to wait for a reissue, not a reissue, a re-release, like something, a new release, an update or whatever. I think that's probably my best bet because now he's like, I almost bought that 2-pack, which I'm glad I didn't because I got the Gamerverse Juggernaut and I love it, and I don't think I would have liked the other one more. So, but yeah, it was 150 Canadian plus shipping from somewhere, and I was like, I almost did. I was like gonna pull the trigger because I love Colossus and I really like Juggernaut, but I was like, this is not worth that much money to me. Like after tax and shipping, it would have been almost $200, and I'm just like, these figures are not worth 100 each. I'm sorry. That's all right. So 3 more left to go. These are all Spider-Man characters. So there'll be the Vulture because the 2-pack sold out super quick, and actually I think I had an opportunity to buy it, but I live in Canada and I'm always iffy about ordering things from the States and getting hit with additional charges, and things end up being more than they're worth. And so I'm always really hesitant unless it's something I really want. And I wasn't really building a Spider-Man display too much then. I was kind of flirting with the idea, and that felt like a good way to start because that would have gave me a Spider-Man and a Vulture. And then I just didn't. So yeah, so that was Vulture, and the reason why I don't own one. So next up is Scorpion. Again, he came out before I started collecting, and I think the lowest I've seen him at is 50. But he's available. He's a lot easier to find in the States. I almost bought one from Big Bad Toy Stores, and I kind of regret I didn't because he was just retail, normal price. Again, this was me being cheap because I was like, oh, I want to make the shipping, and if I hit with duties or whatever, I want to make it worth it. So I bought a bunch of figures that I was interested in that were like 70 and 80% off. And I was like, nah, he's not on sale. I'm not gonna buy him. Why didn't I buy him? It was only $35. Come on. Yeah. All right. So that leaves what, one left? Yeah, because there's three Spider-Man characters: Vulture, Scorpion. So the last one is Hobgoblin. Completely lost my mind. Yeah, I think there's a loose one on AliExpress for like 40, and I've thought about it, and that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. But I think I'm gonna hold off because I got a sneaking suspicion that we're gonna see him in the Secret Wars wave. So I'm gonna wait for them to release and announce that. And if I'm wrong, like if my random guess out of nowhere is wrong, then I might pull the trigger if that one on AliExpress is still there, because I don't even have a Green Goblin, but he's available at retail still, so he might be a pickup before the end of the year. But yeah, Spidey needs a Goblin up on that shelf, and preferably I'd like to have 3. Hob, Demo, and Green Goblin. I don't know why that's the one I forgot. But yeah, we'll be content with 1 for now. Anyways, those are the 10 figures that I need to find out in the wild, or hope they get reissued, or hope that some random Amazon warehouse finds them and it gets popped up and I buy it up really quick and get this box that's all covered in stickers and bent, but I don't care because I crack it open and put it on the shelf. All right. And then I take it off and play with it. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next one.